Hey guys, my name is Adrian. I am here to help you out and give you a recipe during this quarantine time with our cool little quarantine virtual tasting that we're doing with this awesome champagne that we've been drinking today, this Andre TIXIER Fils. And pardon my French accent, I'm horrible at that. But anyways, this champagne is great, super dry, super crisp. And there's this one grape that it's the predominant grape in this champagne. And I'm going to probably mess up that pronunciation. You'll learn more about this during the tasting. But it gives it gives the champagne this awesome roundness, richness, boldness that you typically don't always find in most champagnes. That being said, I wanted to come up with a recipe, especially during this time, that I think is very accessible, where you can swap things in and out. Most things that you'll have at home or in your pantry, in your fridge. Just in general, that will go really lovely with this champagne. So we're going to put together a nice little chicken salad for you. So to start off, the main component, right? Chicken. Here I have about approximately 8 ounces, half a pound. This is from a leftover roasted chicken I did here at the house. You can go to the grocery store and buy one of those pre-made roasted chickens if you want. Take it apart, use your favorite parts. Boneless, skinless chicken thigh is great. I would say about 4 of those. Chicken breast if you're an all-white meat kind of person. You can also substitute this for hard-boiled eggs if you want to do an egg salad. You can use soy supplements as far as like tofu or seitan or something like that. You can even go vegan, completely vegan, if you want something plant-based like potato. You can make this a potato salad. But anyways, today we're doing the chicken. So we're going to start with that, and then here I have again, approximations, 1/4 cup of diced celery. So we're just going to throw this in here. And that was, before I broke it down, it was about 1 stalk of celery. We have, same thing here, it was about a smaller size carrot, diced up. Again, approximately about a 1/4 cup. This was some leftover fingerling potatoes that I had here at home with the roasted chicken. And this is approximately 1 larger fingerling sized potato. And again, approximately a 1/4 cup. And that was just simply boiled and then roasted. You don't have to do both methods. You can either just boil it or just roast it, let it chill before you break it down and cut it. We have a heavy, I'd say half a tablespoon here of green onion, and this is just the white part, just the stocky, thicker part at the bottom, just sliced up real thin. Throw that in. Then, because often in champagne you get a lot of notes of green apple, even pear, things like that. So we have Granny Smith apple, and this is close to half a cup here, and I just used a little half of a small apple there. I did put lemon zest and lemon juice of half of 1 lemon. That keeps the apple from going brown, oxidizing as they call it, but also you want a little bit of citrus in there because you do pull citrus notes from the champagne. So that's kind of seasoned already, if you will. Get that all nice and in there. Let's see. Oftentimes too, you might pick up notes in champagne of almond. So here we have some Marcona almonds. They don't have to be Marcona almonds. You can do any type of other nut that you want to mix it up. Maybe you have an allergy to nuts, so you leave those out completely. You can do toasted seeds or something like that. But these are just simple sea salt Marcona almonds. You can find those at most of your grocery stores. And I had a little bit of trimmings left over of bell peppers. Now, you might have that in your house, you know, like a piece of a green or red or yellow, orange bell pepper. Also, the grocery stores sell those cool little sweet, they look like multicolored jalapenos, and they come in a plastic bag usually, but they're just little sweet Italian peppers. And you can use a couple of those, excuse me. This is again approximately about a 1/4 cup of diced up yellow bell pepper. So that's going to go in there. Let's see. Then, now, here's the cool thing about talking about the champagne with the different people that I was connected with, is that it really picks up or complements spices. Now, one of the things that was suggested to me is that it really pairs well with Indian food, curry, things like that. I am not of Indian background, and I'm not going to, you know, try to take credit or bastardize an Indian dish, but I do want to give some props to Indian spices. So one funny thing is curry. Curry doesn't necessarily mean like a sauce or a dish, it's a spice blend. And every home and every family has their own version of their spice blend. And I'm just going to make up my own. You can go to the store and buy a pre-made curry spice if you want. You can also make your own if there's something that you really like more of or less of. Typically you have things like turmeric, cumin, cardamom, chili powders, things of that nature. Here I have this cool little spice kit that we got as a gift that actually came from India. And I'm just going to start with a little quarter teaspoon. And we have some turmeric, some cumin, cardamom. I'm going to go a little short on this clove. And this is like a chili powder, smoked paprika style of chili pepper there. And that was approximately, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, a teaspoon and a quarter. And again, you can play with this any way you want. That's the fun part. Then I'm going to add, for the creaminess, right? We have, just want to make sure I have the right thing here, a full teaspoon, and this is a garlic mustard aioli. You can find this at Trader Joe's. It's one of my favorite products. Not trying to plug Trader Joe's, but they have some good stuff. This is pretty bomb. Now, for the big creaminess portion of this, I have this is one of my favorite mayos on the market. This is called Kewpie mayo. It's a Japanese mayonnaise, and it imparts a secret umami type of ingredient. You don't have to use this mayo if you want. You can use any type, your favorite, whatever. I found this one at Central Market. You can order it online. Again, if you want to use a plant-based mayonnaise, there's plenty of options you have. You can use ranch, you can use sour cream, you can use a yogurt. Basically anything that essentially is going to lend some kind of creaminess and bind all this and bring it all together. And I'm going to go a little heavy on this guy. I'm going to do a full tablespoon, and we're going to call it a heaping tablespoon there. I'm going to get this guy here to make sure I get everything out. And lastly, you do want to season things, make sure. Really good high quality extra virgin olive oil and just a little drizzle. You want to go lighter on the wet ingredients because you don't want this to be so runny. You want it to have body and thickness kind of thing. You don't want it to, because whatever you're going to put it on, whatever vessel to eat it, you don't want that thing to get soggy and make a mess. I have a little bit of chili vinegar left over. Again, optional, you can use pepperoncini vinegar if you have it in your house, or those pickled jalapenos that a lot of people get. You can use a splash of that. Just a couple drops, because I personally like heat. You don't have to add heat if you don't like. I have red wine vinegar here that's been infused from some other pickling things I've done. Again, you can just use straight up red wine vinegar. Some cracks of fresh black pepper. A nice heavy pinch of salt. We're going to taste. That's the most important part. We'll give this a mix and then we'll taste it. See if we want to add more seasoning. Alright, so as I suspected, and why you want to taste and kind of see as you go here, the chicken salad, I just tasted it. It's delicious. Seasoning wise, I don't think that it needs anything else as far as spices or salt or pepper or vinegar. However, if you see here as I'm mixing it, it's still pretty loose. And again, this is completely subjective. If that's the way you want it, you can leave it right there. I, however, want it a little creamier. So I think I'm going to add another teaspoon, a heaping teaspoon of this garlic mustard aioli. And then again, I'm going to add another heavy tablespoon of this mayo. Alright, I'll give it a little mix. Alright guys, so it is at the consistency that I wanted it. Again, this is a personal thing. I like it a little bit thicker. And I think we're going to be ready to create a few different versions of this so that you have an idea of how you can use this at a party or just for yourself, for a little picnic or some kind of brunch or something like that. But before we move on to that part, I wanted to show you a cool little condiment. One of the things that comes out that I got out of this was green strawberry. Now, or unripe strawberries. I could not procure unripe strawberries at the moment, but I came up with another good idea here. And so what I have here is some diced up strawberries. We got these massive, they were huge. This is just one strawberry. Again, I'm gonna call it about a 1/4 cup. And this is a heavy tablespoon of pickled red Fresno chilies. Now these red chilies I pickled myself. You can use, they don't have to be pickled, they could be fresh. Again, you can use the pickled jalapenos, pepperoncinis, anything that maybe has a little bit of acidity or the heat level that you are okay with. So I'm gonna add that to my strawberries. Additionally, if you think about it, also one of the typical things that we see at like, you know, brunchy type places that have bottomless mimosas is often they'll garnish it with a strawberry, right? And so strawberries naturally complement champagne. And like I said, I get a little bit of that green unripe strawberry in this. So this is also going to lend a cool contrast to this dish. You know, the salad is going to be, the spices are going to be in your face, it's going to be salty, it's going to be very savory. This nice little bit of fruitiness and tartness is going to contrast that and complement the champagne as you eat it. Okay, and so now I'm going to show you 3 little versions of how to plate this up for however you want to eat it. Alright, so for eating, let's say you just want to have a little party, a little hors d'oeuvre happy hour thing, maybe even just a little snack. Alright, you can set out a nice little bowl of this chicken salad, set out a nice little party favor here, some crackers. People can serve yourselves, you can make these ahead of time, you can make them just for yourself if you want. I have a little bit of my strawberry chili relish here. Nice little mound like that. And then as far as garnish, that's good on its own. I took the green part of the scallion, sliced them really thin, soaked them in a little ice water, and they get a little curly like this. And boom, you have yourself a nice pretty little garnish. Cool little party favor.